The Daedalus floated silently through the dark void of space, a massive Titan-class warship gleaming under the faint light of distant stars. Captain J1 stood on the bridge, his eyes scanning the holographic displays that mapped the surrounding sectors. The humans had come a long way since their first attempts to enter galactic politics. Earth was still considered a minor power, but the technology of the Titan-class warship and the courage of its crew made them dangerous in ways the galaxy had never expected. The crew moved with quiet efficiency. Engineer Minsuk adjusted the energy flow to the shields, making sure the vessel was ready for anything. Tactical Officer Hygiene studied the data streaming across her console, noting the positions of nearby ships. They had detected a large Council fleet moving toward a neutral system, and intelligence suggested that the Council was divided, its ranks not as unified as the galaxy assumed. Captain J1 took a deep breath, feeling the weight of responsibility. All stations, prepare for full alert. We may have the first strike opportunity we've been waiting for, he said. His voice was calm, but there was a quiet intensity behind his words. Humans rarely got a chance to show their strength without risking too much. But this time, the odds were in their favor. Minsuk nodded as he tightened a few bolts and checked the energy conduits. Shields are at maximum, Captain. Engines are stable. Weapons systems are primed. Hygiene continued to watch the holograms. Captain, sensors are picking up some unusual energy signatures. Unknown ships cloaked near the Council fleet. They're observing, but not acting yet. Her voice was steady, though a hint of concern lingered. Captain J1 leaned over the console, studying the readings. Could be scouts or worse. Keep tracking them. If they attack, we respond immediately, but for now, focus on the Council fleet. This may be the only chance we get to make a statement. His words carried the confidence of someone who had trained his entire life for moments like this. The bridge hummed with quiet activity. Crew members moved between stations, each aware of the stakes. Even in the vast silence of space, there was a feeling of tension that made every decision heavier than usual. Humans had always relied on ingenuity and courage, and every member of the Daedalus was ready to prove it. As the warship approached the neutral system, distant stars reflected on the smooth metallic surface of the ship. Captain J1 studied the Council fleet ahead. It was vast, impressive, and well-coordinated, but their formation had subtle weaknesses that human intelligence had already noted. One miscalculation could be fatal, but one correct strike could change the perception of humanity across the galaxy. Hygiene, highlight the key targets. Focus on communications and command vessels first. We disable them, and the rest will be in chaos, J1 instructed. She nodded, fingers flying across the console as she highlighted the most strategic points in the holographic map. Minsuk adjusted the shields and energy conduits, making sure that the Daedalus could withstand counterattacks. All systems green, Captain. Ready for your command. He looked at the massive warship around him with pride, knowing that human engineering had created a vessel capable of challenging the mightiest fleets. As they approached closer, the silent watchers revealed themselves. Small ships moving in shadows, careful not to be detected at first. Hygiene reported, unknown ships are maneuvering. They're scanning us, but still not engaging. Could be scouts or observers from other systems. Captain J1 nodded. The galaxy had been watching humanity for centuries, often with doubt, sometimes with amusement. Now all eyes were on them, waiting to see what humans would do. The moment of contact came slowly. The Council fleet continued on its course, unaware of the imminent strike. Captain J1 issued the command, "Prepare weapons. Fire on my mark." There was no hesitation, no room for second-guessing. The humans had trained for years to act decisively, and now that training would be tested. The first salvo fired, silent beams of energy streaking through space toward the Council fleet's key command vessel. The impact was precise, hitting critical systems and leaving the flagship temporarily disabled. Crew members on the Daedalus watched as the holographic displays updated, showing the Council fleet beginning to falter. Hygiene's eyes widened slightly, impressed by the precision. "Captain, shields on the command vessel are failing. Communications are down." The rest of the fleet is in disarray. Captain J1 allowed a small nod of satisfaction. Excellent. Keep tracking their movements. We maintain control, but no unnecessary destruction. Show them humans are strategic, not reckless. The humans were not here to destroy everything blindly. They were here to show their intelligence and capability. As the battle unfolded, the unknown ships hovering nearby continued to watch. Messages began to flow quietly through galactic channels, noting the unexpected effectiveness of humanity's strike. Alien species that had long doubted humans now began to pay attention. This was not just a battle. It was a demonstration of human resolve and ingenuity. In the midst of the tension, the crew maintained a calm professionalism. Min-suk adjusted the power output to the weapons, making sure they could respond to any sudden attacks. Weapons ready for immediate follow-up, Captain. Just say the word. Captain J1 studied the Council fleet's movements. Each decision mattered, each command could shift the outcome. Maintain current course. Prepare for evasive maneuvers if necessary. Keep the unknown ships in sight, but don't engage unless provoked. Humanity is making its statement here. His voice was firm, carrying the authority of a leader who knew his crew could handle whatever came next. The Daedalus glided through the void, its massive silhouette a reminder that humans were no longer insignificant. The Council fleet, once confident in its superiority, was now facing a new reality. The humans had struck first, and the galaxy had watched in stunned silence. Even as the battle continued, Captain J1 reflected on the larger picture. This was not just a fight for survival but a fight for recognition. Earth had been underestimated for too long. Humans were capable, adaptable, and determined. The first strike was only the beginning of a new chapter in galactic history. Hygiene and Min-suk exchanged glances, a quiet acknowledgement of the gravity of the moment. The Daedalus had achieved what many thought impossible. The Council fleet was reeling, and humanity's position in the galaxy was about to change forever. Captain J1 looked out at the silent galaxy, aware that countless eyes were watching. Some would fear humans, some would respect them, and some would seek alliances. The moment of contact had passed, but its echoes would resonate throughout the stars. Humanity had launched its first strike, and the galaxy would never be the same. The Daedalus moved with quiet precision as it approached the Council fleet. Captain J1 stood at the bridge, eyes scanning the holographic maps. The first strike had been successful, but the real challenge was just beginning. The Council fleet, though stunned, was still formidable. Each vessel carried thousands of weapons and crews trained for war. Humanity had to act fast and smart. Tactical Officer Hygiene pointed at the main holographic display. Captain, the command ship is struggling. Communications are down and shield output is unstable. The rest of the fleet is slowing to regroup. Captain J1 nodded. We need to maintain pressure. Highlight the vulnerable ships and prepare for targeted attacks. Minimal destruction, maximum effect. Engineer Min-suk adjusted the power levels on the Daedalus energy cannons. Weapons systems optimized, Captain. Ready for coordinated strikes. He glanced at the tactical display, noting the Council fleet's uneven formation. This is our chance. If we hit the right points, we can force them to scatter. The Daedalus fired another salvo, the beams of energy slicing through the void toward the Council fleet. Each strike was precise, aimed at command nodes and shield generators. One by one, Council ships began to falter, their coordination breaking down. Hygiene tracked the movement of the unknown ships that had been observing. They remained in the shadows, silent and curious, watching humans prove their capability. Min-suk monitored the energy flow through the warship systems. Shields holding steady, Captain. Enemy return fire is scattered. They're reacting, but not effectively. He smiled faintly. They underestimated us. Captain J1 allowed himself a brief nod of satisfaction. Good. Keep monitoring. We need to predict their next moves, not just react. Hygiene frowned as she studied the holograms. Captain, I'm detecting a Council admiral attempting to teleport onto their damaged command ship. If successful, they may regain control and rally the fleet. J1 thought quickly. Prepare an interception. Use targeted EMP pulses to disrupt teleportation. We cannot let them regain command. As the Daedalus fired the EMP pulses, the Council Admiral's teleportation attempt failed. Sparks flew across the command ship's bridge, leaving the Council leaders vulnerable. The Daedalus moved into a strategic position, its massive silhouette a reminder of human engineering prowess. Crew member Sua, stationed at the observation deck, watched the battle unfold. She had joined the Daedalus to defend Earth and now saw humanity's ingenuity in action. "We're making a mark on the galaxy," she said softly. "Everyone is watching." Hygiene confirmed the readings. Sensors indicate nearby species are observing. Some are sending quiet messages of curiosity. Others are cautious, uncertain of what humans are capable of. Captain J1 considered the significance. Humans had long been underestimated, but now the galaxy was beginning to see their strength and cleverness. The Council fleet attempted to counterattack, but their moves were disorganized. Each of the Daedalus attacks disrupted communications further. The humans had turned the Council's strengths against them, exploiting weaknesses with precision. Even minor vessels previously ignored became threats when coordinated with human strategy. Minsuk adjusted the Daedalus engines, allowing it to maneuver smoothly between volleys. "We're ready for evasive actions, Captain. Energy levels stable. Weapons systems synchronized." Captain J1 gave a small nod. "Keep a close eye on the unknown ships. We don't want surprises from observers, but we also don't want to provoke them. Our focus remains on the Council fleet." As the battle continued, human ingenuity and courage became evident. Crew members moved efficiently, coordinating maneuvers and attacks seamlessly. Each decision was calculated, each strike precise. Even under the stress of war, the Daedalus crew remained composed, relying on training and instinct. The Council fleet's remaining ships tried to regroup, but human tactics anticipated each move. Hygiene highlighted the weakest points. "Captain, if we target these junctions, we can cut off their remaining forces and isolate the command center." J1 approved. "Execute. Make it quick and efficient. Remember, we are showing intelligence, not recklessness." The Daedalus fired again, this time striking the remaining key ships with pinpoint accuracy. Shields failed, engines went offline, and the fleet's ability to respond collapsed further. Messages from other species began to circulate through interstellar channels, noting humanity's strategic precision. The galaxy watched in awe as humans demonstrated their courage and innovation. Sua smiled faintly as she observed the results. "We're making history. Earth may finally get the respect it deserves." Hygiene remained focused on the tactical display. "Captain, sensors detect a Council ship preparing a secret weapon. Energy readings are spiking. Could be a massive attack if activated." J1's eyes narrowed. "Prepare a countermeasure. Minsuk, reroute energy to shields and weapon dispersal." Hygiene, highlight potential targets to neutralize the threat quickly. Minsuk adjusted systems with speed and precision. Shields at maximum, weapons synchronized for rapid fire. "Ready to respond on your command, Captain." The Council ship unleashed its weapon, but human anticipation proved effective. The Daedalus maneuvered with agility, the shields absorbing and dispersing the energy. Hygiene guided the weapons to strike critical points on the enemy vessel, neutralizing the threat before it could cause serious damage. The battle reached a turning point. The remaining Council ships were confused and uncoordinated. The humans had not only survived the first strike but had also demonstrated tactical brilliance. Messages from alien observers became more frequent, some congratulatory, others cautious, all acknowledging humanity's emerging power. Captain J1 allowed himself a brief moment to reflect. Humanity had taken the first real step into the galaxy as a force to be reckoned with. The Daedalus crew had executed every command with precision, demonstrating courage, intelligence, and determination. Hygiene reported, "Captain, the Council fleet is beginning to retreat. Their command structure is broken, and their ability to coordinate is gone." J1 studied the retreating ships. "Good. Maintain pursuit, but no unnecessary engagement. Humanity's statement has been made. Let them witness our power and discipline. The Daedalus moved among the stars, silent and imposing. Crew members felt the pride of accomplishment, knowing that humans had taken a decisive role in a galaxy that had long underestimated them. Observers from distant systems continued to watch, some in fear, some in admiration. Sua looked out at the stars, thinking about Earth. We've shown the galaxy what humans can do, but this is just the beginning. There's so much more ahead. Captain J1 nodded silently. The moment of victory was tempered by the knowledge that the galaxy was vast and full of unknown threats. Yet for now, humans had demonstrated their courage, strategy, and ingenuity. The Daedalus had struck first, and the galaxy would remember this day. Humanity was no longer just a minor power. They were a force to be watched and respected, and this was only the beginning of their rise. The Council fleet was in chaos. After the first and second strikes by the Daedalus, their coordination had collapsed. Captain J1 stood at the bridge, eyes scanning the remaining Council ships. Even in disarray, the fleet could still be dangerous, but humans were prepared. They had a plan, and they would use their intelligence and skill to maintain control. Tactical Officer Hygiene highlighted the remaining ships on the holographic map. Captain, the remaining Council vessels are trying to regroup. Some are moving toward the central system. Others are retreating. If we act quickly, we can isolate them and prevent them from reorganizing. Captain J1 nodded. Prepare a coordinated maneuver. We will target key points to keep them in confusion. Precision is more important than power. Engineer Minsuk monitored the energy levels on the Daedalus. Shield stable, weapons ready, Captain. The Council fleet's attacks are scattered, but we are ready to respond immediately. The Daedalus fired calculated volleys, targeting critical systems of the remaining ships. Each strike was precise, disabling engines and communication arrays without destroying the vessels unnecessarily. The Council fleet's ability to respond continued to weaken, and panic spread among their ranks. Meanwhile, unknown ships that had been observing humans from the shadows remained in place. Hygiene noted their presence. Captain, sensors show that the observers are still watching. They haven't engaged. Perhaps they are waiting to see what humans will do next. Captain J1 considered this. Let them watch. Our actions must show discipline and strategy, not recklessness. Humanity's reputation is as important as the battle itself. Crew member Sua adjusted the energy fields on the weapons. She had joined the Daedalus to protect Earth, and now she saw humanity demonstrating its ingenuity and bravery on a galactic stage. We're showing the galaxy our strength, she said softly. They will remember this. Hygiene reported, Captain, the Council fleet is trying to organize a secret countermeasure. They're powering up a hidden weapon. Could be dangerous if it activates. Captain J1 responded calmly. Prepare defenses. Minsuk, divert extra power to shields. Hygiene, identify weak points and ready weapons for a rapid strike. We neutralize it before it can fire. The Daedalus moved swiftly, its engines propelling it through space with calculated precision. As the Council ship activated its weapon, humans responded instantly. Shields absorbed the energy, and the Daedalus weapons fired in rapid succession, targeting the critical points Hygiene had identified. The secret weapon was disabled before it could do serious damage. Sua watched with relief as the Council vessel faltered. That was close, she murmured. But we handled it well. Hygiene added, Captain, the Council fleet's remaining ships are even more confused now. Their chain of command is broken. They're moving randomly and cannot coordinate attacks effectively. Captain J1 nodded. Maintain pressure, but do not destroy unnecessarily. Show the galaxy that humans are precise, clever, and controlled. Our actions must send a clear message. Minsuk adjusted power to the Daedalus weapon systems, ready for the next attack if needed. Everything is stable, Captain. We can strike again if necessary, but they may retreat on their own. Indeed, the remaining Council ships began to pull back, retreating towards safer territory. Even in retreat, The chaos they experienced demonstrated human strategy and planning. Humans had taken the initiative and maintained control at every step. Hygiene monitored the unknown ships that continued to observe. Captain, the observers are transmitting messages to their systems. Some are cautious, some curious. It seems our actions are being noticed beyond the Council fleet. Captain J1 allowed himself a small nod. Good. Humanity must be seen as capable and disciplined. Our first strike is over, but the impression it leaves will resonate across the galaxy. The bridge crew continued to work efficiently, adjusting the Daedalus position and monitoring communications. Even under pressure, humans displayed calm and coordinated teamwork. Every decision was carefully considered, every maneuver precise. As the Council fleet retreated, the humans had not only survived but had also demonstrated their capability to the galaxy. Messages began circulating among other species. Alien observers expressed cautious admiration and curiosity. Humanity's intelligence, strategy, and courage were now recognized by others who had doubted them before. Sua looked at the stars beyond the Daedalus. We've done more than fight a battle. We've shown what humans can do. The galaxy will remember this moment. Captain J1 remained focused on the retreating fleet. This is only the beginning. We've proven our strength, but we must remain vigilant. The galaxy is vast, and threats remain. Our duty is to ensure humanity's survival and show that we are a force to be reckoned with. Hygiene summarized the situation. Captain, the Council fleet is broken, and our first strikes have been highly effective. Observers across nearby systems are taking note. Humanity's position has changed dramatically. Captain J1 allowed himself a moment of satisfaction. The Daedalus had executed its mission perfectly. Humans had taken the initiative, struck decisively, and controlled the outcome. The galaxy now had to recognize that humanity was not to be underestimated. Sua and the crew exchanged quiet smiles, proud of their accomplishments. They had demonstrated courage, intelligence, and the human spirit. The Council fleet had been disrupted, and the galaxy had witnessed the rise of a new player. As the Daedalus moved on, silent and imposing, the humans understood that this was just the start. Other fleets, other threats, and other observers were watching. Captain J1 and his crew were ready for the challenges ahead. Humanity had made its first strike, and the galaxy would never forget it. The Daedalus continued its patrol among the stars, monitoring the retreating Council fleet. Captain J1 stood at the bridge, his hands resting lightly on the console. The humans had disrupted the Council fleet, but the galaxy was vast, and more challenges awaited. Each remaining Council ship posed a potential threat, and intelligence suggested that some might have secret weapons hidden for emergencies. Tactical Officer Hygiene focused on the holographic map. Captain, the Council fleet is showing signs of regrouping. One of their vessels is emitting unusual energy signatures. It might be a powerful weapon, hidden until now. Captain J1 nodded. Prepare countermeasures. Min-suk reroute energy to shields and weapon systems. Hygiene highlight potential weak points. We cannot underestimate them. Engineer Min-suk quickly adjusted power flows. Shields at maximum, Captain. Weapons synchronized for rapid response. He glanced at the energy readings. If they fire, we can absorb and counter. The unknown ships that had been observing humans remained in the background, silent but attentive. Hygiene noted their presence. Captain, the observers are still watching. They haven't made contact. It seems they are assessing our capabilities. Captain J1 replied, Let them watch. Our actions must speak louder than words. Humanity is proving its discipline and strategy, not just brute force. Suddenly, the Council ship activated its secret weapon, releasing a massive beam of energy. Min-suk adjusted the shields to absorb the impact, dispersing the energy safely. Hygiene guided the weapons to target weak points in the Council vessel. The Daedalus fired with precision, striking the weapon system before it could cause serious damage. Sua, stationed at the observation deck, watched the battle unfold. That was close, she whispered. But we handled it well. Humanity is showing the galaxy our skill. Captain J1 nodded. Good work, everyone. Keep tracking the remaining ships. We maintain pressure but avoid unnecessary destruction. We must show intelligence and restraint. Hygiene reported, Captain, the Council fleet's remaining ships are disorganized. They lack command and coordination. Our previous strikes have weakened them significantly. J1 studied the display. We will maintain control. Prepare targeted strikes to ensure they cannot regroup or pose further threat. Humanity's precision must be clear to all watching species. The Daedalus moved with careful agility through the void. Each crew member performed their duties efficiently, coordinating maneuvers and attacks with precision. Even under the pressure of potential danger, humans displayed calm professionalism. Minsuk monitored the energy systems. All systems stable, Captain. Weapons ready for immediate engagement if needed. We are prepared for any sudden attack. Captain J1 allowed himself a brief moment of reflection. The humans had demonstrated remarkable skill and strategy. The Council fleet had been disrupted, and observers from other systems were beginning to take notice. This was more than a battle. It was a message to the galaxy. Hygiene highlighted the most vulnerable points in the remaining Council ships. Captain, if we target these areas, we can disable their engines and prevent further attacks. We can control the remaining fleet without unnecessary destruction. J1 approved the plan. Execute with precision. Humanity must show it is capable, disciplined, and intelligent. Let our actions define our reputation. The Daedalus fired carefully, striking the key areas on the remaining Council ships. Engines failed, shields collapsed, and the vessels became immobile. Panic spread among the Council fleet, and retreat became inevitable. The humans had maintained initiative and controlled the battlefield completely. Sua watched the final strikes. The Council fleet is broken, she said quietly. Humans have shown strength, strategy, and courage. The galaxy will remember this. Hygiene confirmed, Captain, the Council fleet is retreating in full disarray. Remaining ships have lost all coordination. Alien observers are transmitting messages. They are acknowledging humanity's capability. Captain J1 studied the retreating ships. Good. Maintain surveillance, but no further engagement. We have made our statement. Humanity has shown the galaxy that we are capable of defending ourselves and acting with intelligence and discipline. The Daedalus glided silently through space, massive and imposing. Crew members felt pride in their work. Humans had proven their courage, skill, and ingenuity. The Council fleet had been neutralized, and the galaxy had taken notice. Sua reflected on the events. We've made a mark on history, she said softly. Earth may finally be seen as more than a minor power. Humans have shown what they can achieve. Captain J1 remained vigilant. This is only the beginning. The galaxy is vast, and unknown challenges remain. Humanity has demonstrated its strength and strategy, but we must continue to prepare and grow. This first strike has changed the balance, but vigilance is essential. Hygiene summarized the situation. Captain, the Council fleet is retreating. Observers across nearby systems are taking note. Humanity has gained recognition and respect through precise and strategic action. Captain J1 nodded, a quiet determination in his eyes. The Daedalus had executed its mission flawlessly. Humans had taken initiative, struck decisively, and controlled the outcome. The galaxy had witnessed the rise of a capable, disciplined, and intelligent species. As the Daedalus moved on, silent and imposing, humans understood that this was just the start. Other fleets, other observers, and other threats were watching. Captain J1 and his crew were ready for whatever came next. Humanity had launched a successful first strike, and the galaxy would never forget it. The Council fleet was in full retreat. The Daedalus moved through space with quiet authority, ensuring that the remaining ships could not regroup or pose further threats. Captain J1 stood on the bridge, observing the stars and distant ships. Humanity had shown its strength and intelligence, but the galaxy was still vast, and many unknowns remained. Tactical Officer Hygiene studied the holographic map. Captain, the remaining Council vessels are scattered. Engines damaged, shields failing. They have no coordination. If we maintain surveillance, we can ensure they do not regroup. Captain J1 nodded. Good. Keep tracking them. Humanity must show restraint as well as power. We are making a statement, not an act of revenge. Engineer Min-suk monitored the deadless systems. Shields stable, engines optimal, weapons ready if needed. The Council fleet cannot mount a serious attack now. Crew member Sua looked at the retreating ships. We've done it. The Council fleet is broken, and the galaxy is watching. Humans have proven themselves capable. Captain J1 turned to his crew. This victory is important, but we must remain vigilant. Other species are observing. Some will be cautious, others may seek alliances. Our actions will define how the galaxy sees humanity. Hygiene nodded. Captain, we are receiving messages from nearby systems. Many are acknowledging humanity's strength and intelligence. Some are curious, seeking information or potential alliances. Captain J1 considered this. Good. We must be ready to respond diplomatically as well as militarily. Humanity is no longer just a minor player. We are a force to be respected. The Deadless glided silently, its massive form a reminder of human engineering and ingenuity. Crew members worked efficiently, monitoring the remaining Council ships and maintaining the warship systems. Each knew that the galaxy had been watching, and every action carried weight. Min-suk adjusted energy outputs to ensure the Deadless could respond instantly to any threats. All systems optimized, Captain. We are ready for any unexpected moves. Hygiene highlighted the last few Council ships that attempted to flee. Captain, they are weak and isolated. We could finish them off quickly, but it is unnecessary. The statement has been made. Captain J1 agreed. We observe but do not destroy. Humanity must show strength, intelligence, and restraint. We have made our mark. Sua reflected on the events. Earth may finally be seen as a serious power. We've proven courage, skill, and cleverness. Other species are beginning to recognize humans. Hygiene monitored the observers in the shadows. Captain, the unknown ships are still watching. They are sending reports back to their systems. Some are impressed, others cautious. Our presence is now acknowledged beyond the Council fleet. Captain J1 spoke quietly. Let them watch. Humanity will continue to act with strategy and intelligence. Our actions today will resonate across the galaxy. The Deadless maintained its course, watching the retreating Council ships. Humans had demonstrated their ability to strike decisively and with precision. The galaxy had witnessed that Earth was no longer a minor power, and humans were capable of influencing galactic events. Min-suk adjusted power levels for maximum efficiency. Captain, energy reserves are full. Shields and weapons are ready for any emergency. We can respond to threats immediately. Captain J1 looked at his crew with pride. We have done well. Humans have shown courage, intelligence, and the will to survive. The Council fleet has been disrupted, and the galaxy has taken notice. Sua smiled. We've done more than fight a battle. We've made history. Humanity will not be forgotten. Hygiene added, Captain, sensors detect distant signals from other species. Some are sending cautious greetings, others requests for alliance. They are recognizing our strength and strategy. Captain J1 nodded. This is the beginning of a new chapter for humanity. We have shown that we are capable, disciplined, and intelligent. The galaxy must now respect Earth and its people. The Deadless moved silently through the stars, a symbol of human ingenuity and courage. Crew members remained vigilant, knowing that challenges would continue. Yet they felt pride in their actions. Humanity had launched its first strike, demonstrated its strength, and changed the perception of the galaxy. As the Deadless continued, Captain J1 reflected. This is only the beginning. The galaxy is vast and full of unknown threats. But humans have proven that they can face danger with courage and intelligence. We have taken the first step, and the galaxy will never underestimate humanity again. The crew understood the significance of their mission. They had not only defended Earth's interests but had shown that humans could act strategically and decisively. The first strike had been successful, and the galaxy would remember the name of the Titan-class warship and the humans who commanded it. Suwa looked out at the silent stars. "We've begun a new era for humanity," she whispered. "Other civilizations will watch us carefully now. We've earned their attention." Captain J1 turned to the bridge crew. "Remain vigilant. Humanity has made its mark, but our journey is far from over. We will continue to grow, to learn, and to prepare for whatever the galaxy brings. Today we have shown our strength, and tomorrow we will continue to prove it." The Deadless moved onward, silent, massive, and unstoppable. Humanity's first strike had succeeded. The Council fleet was broken, observers had taken note, and Earth's place in the galaxy had been secured. The crew of the Deadless knew that they had changed history, and the galaxy would never see humans in the same way again. The journey ahead was long, but humanity had shown that it was ready for the challenges of the stars.